welcome to another Finally Friday video. Today I'm going to be making a card that's for birthdays, but there's a special purpose behind this card. I'm actually planning kind of a crafting party, and so I'm planning a card that all the people who are attending can make while we're there. And so when I'm designing this card, I had to think about different ways to use small amount of supplies so they can stretch across, you know, 10, 11 different cards. So this is the little sketch I came up with right here, and you'll notice that there's I'm going to do some stamping down here, so that's a really economical way to spread supplies. I'm going to punch an edge, I'm going to stamp a sentiment, I'm going to create a little kind of collage or mosaic of pattern papers using diagonal strips. I'm going to put some buttons on there. I have quite an assortment of buttons that I can use. Then we're going to stamp some birthday candles and then punch a heart and have that up there just dimensionalized at the top of the card. So this is a really great way to make a lot of cards for less money, and you can really stretch your supplies. So you can apply this same sort of technique or idea for when you're making Christmas cards, or if you're making a set of thank you cards to give away as a gift, like the whole set of cards together. So you can use this like multiple different ways. So I'm going to start out with that stamp we're going to do at the very bottom of the card. I have the Grid Ledger, is that what it's called? Graph background stamp from Hero Arts. And I'm only going to be stamping just the bottom portion of the card, so I'm only going to ink the top portion of this background stamp. And I want the grid to be pretty straight, so I'm going to line up the bottom of the card with one of the graph lines. I just moved it. I hope it didn't smudge, but we'll see. Just get that on there really nice. Did smudge a little bit, but not too bad. Okay, now we're going to work on the other elements that we're going to be piecing together. I have some red cardstock from American Crafts from their Christmas pack of cardstock. Okay, so it's got a little edge there now. All right, now we're going to stamp our sentiment. And we're going to put it on some craft paper. We're going to be doing lots of layering. And the stamp set I'm using is from Penny Black. This is the Sentiments stamp set. Yeah, it's just called Sentiments. And we're going to use this one right here. This is Friends, Gifts, Laughs, Wishes, Happy Birthday. And I thought that would be a really good one because we're going to be kind of layering these strips. And I have it mounted on the block. This is a really tiny stamp. So this is a tip that I got from an older video from Jennifer McGuire. And what she does is she takes other little tiny stamps, and after this is inked, she's going to put the little stamps in the corners, and then it's going to add some stability when you go to stamp. So let's try it out here. Inking my stamp up. I'm getting these little ones ready. Probably just two corners will do it, actually. See, and it got that really itty bitty light stamp. It's a little bit crooked, so when I trim this out, I'm going to even it up a little bit. But just by putting those two stamps on each corner, it really helped it add stability. Okay, so I cut this portion out, and you can see that I straightened it up where the words are. And let's see, what's next? We're going to make our pattern paper area. I have some scratch paper here. This is a really old pattern paper that I just had sticking around. And I've taken some strips of pattern paper. This is from Crate Paper from their Emma's Shop 6x6 pad. And I'm going to take some adhesive, and I'm just going to apply it straight onto the scratch paper. And you guys have seen me do this a couple times, and I'm going to do it again, where you take the strips and you kind of build your own pattern. So I'm going to start right there. Okay, so I'm going to trim these off. Okay, and I'll turn them over so that I can use them again. Okay, so I'm just going to trim this up. Okay, so there's our little kind of paper piece pattern paper area. Okay, and now we're going to stamp all those birthday candles. I have a strip of cream cardstock here, and it's just the width of the card, which is 4 1/4 by 1 inch. And I'm going to use this stamp, also by Penny Black. It's just these birthday candles. I'm going to get a Stamp-A-Ma-Jig ready. Okay, so you can kind of see this is a really messy imaging sheet, but you can see where the candles are, and we're just going to get them centered right across that area. I'm going to go ahead and just put a little bit of adhesive underneath that cardstock just to keep it in place while we're stamping. So I'll place the imaging sheet. I think I'm going to have it go off the edge a little bit. Well, we'll just put it right to the edge. We'll do that. Okay, now we're going to do some more candles over on this side. Just like that. Okay. So we'll start out with the postage edge stamp, or a postage edge punch. Okay, and we're going to put the stamped sentiment right above. And this will just go across. Okay, and then we'll do the pattern paper, and I think we'll have this on dimensional adhesive. Okay, so we have all the birthday candles, and now we're going to do just a little heart up here. I have some more of that red cardstock, and I'm just going to use a heart punch. We'll do just a little heart up there at the top. I'm going to put it on dimensional adhesive. Actually, before we do that, I'm going to take a white gel pen and go around it with little stitches. And onto the card right there. I'm going to use some glossy accents. Okay, so we have a little glossy heart up there. And it did make it turn a little bit of a lighter pink, but I'm okay with that. I'm going to do dashed lines along this edge. Around that top corner. And there's the card for this week. Hope you guys enjoyed, and hope I gave you some ideas on how you can create a card that's, you know, could be mass produced like this one can. And hope you guys enjoyed. I'll catch you guys next time. Thanks for watching.